What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing another Manchester City transfer update. I know a lot of you guys are out there mourning right now the loss of Erik ten Hag, sacked today as Manchester United manager, so as a nice little pick-me-up for all Manchester City fans, going to be doing a nice transfer update. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my big up Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 200 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Football Prizes, who are giving away a fantastic prize that you guys can go and check out. It is a signed Manchester City shirt by no other than club legend Sergio Aguero. Convenient that it has to be the 2011-2012 Manchester City shirt as well that you can go and check out, which City famously beat Manchester United to the Premier League trophy in that season, so you can go and check that out. That would be absolutely fantastic. Many instant prizes to be won as well. Only 249 tickets available at £3.95 per ticket. You can go and purchase as many tickets as you want, and the prize is available until Friday 1st of November, or if all the tickets do sell out, whichever does come first. I would appreciate anybody checking out Football Prizes, and a big thank you to them for sponsoring this video. So we're going to crack on with this transfer update. We're going to start off with the outs because we've got no contract news, and we're going to speak about Kalvin Phillips. Now, Football Insider have said that Kalvin Phillips isn't keeping himself fit, and he hasn't impressed so far at Ipswich Town on loan in the Premier League, and unless he manages to shape up between now and January, Ipswich could be looking at potentially releasing him back to Manchester City in the January transfer window, which I put a note next to it and put, ouch. But to think about this logically, what are we going to do with Kalvin Phillips if he doesn't impress at Ipswich? Where do we go and what do we do? I don't think he's going to want to drop down divisions. There's nobody out there that can afford his wage. Manchester City could be stuck here with Kalvin Phillips in having to pay quite a lot of his wage whilst loaning him out, because that's the only option that Manchester City have available to them. Now, this isn't the first time that we've heard that Kalvin Phillips isn't keeping himself fit. Of course, reported back to Manchester City after the 2022 Winter World Cup, and he turned back unfit, and Pep Guardiola had a problem with that, and we didn't really see much of Kalvin Phillips again in a Manchester City shirt. So I don't really know what direction we're going to go in. I hope Kalvin Phillips can impress. He is, on his day, a fantastic football player. I have concerns and reservations about his fitness record. I have concerns about his injury record as well. Manchester City have spent over £40 million bringing him in from Leeds United. So do you just cut your losses? Do you sell him for really cheap? What do you accept for him? I've seen some just say, get rid of him off our wage structure, which would be letting him go for free, which would be a huge loss in terms of revenue brought in by Manchester City when it comes to Kalvin Phillips. So I feel like we're a bit stuck, and I don't really know a solution. It's a big shame because Kalvin Phillips is a lovely guy. He's a great football player on his day, but nothing seems to work for him, and he's still got quite a while left on his contract. I'm fairly sure he's still got a good few years. It's definitely more than 2 on his contract, so that's difficult. Anyway, moving on. Kyle Walker. Now, Daily Star have said that Al-Ahli over in Saudi Arabia are interested in signing Kyle Walker from Man City next summer. City value Kyle at £15 million when he enters into his final year of his City contract next summer. Manchester City aren't at this moment in time planning to enter into contract renewal talks with the 34-year-old right back, and Manchester City could look to sell Kyle Walker next summer, which means we potentially will will need a new fullback. Now, moving on to the ins, plenty of new names being linked with a move to Manchester City. The first of them is John Edwin Montano. Now, he's going to be signing for the City Football Group rather than Manchester City. He's an under-20 Colombian international. He's going to sign for the CFG for $3 million plus add-ons, and a 20% sell-on fee has been included to his club Independiente Medellin. Now, he's a right winger. He's on his way to Manchester this week to sign a contract and complete his medical as per Fabrizio Romano. He's then believed to be heading to Lommel SK over in Belgium as part of a City Football Group signing from January 2025. So I wanted to warmly welcome John to the City Football Group and wish him the very best of luck here. Who knows, it could be a Manchester City player one day. We saw Savinho come from South America and go down the CFG route before ending up playing for Manchester City. So yeah, that has to be the inspiration for other CFG players as well. And speaking of other new names, takes us on to a player called Michael Noonan. Now, he's a 16-year-old striker, plays for St Patrick's over in Ireland, and Manchester City are in advanced talks to sign him. He plays for Ireland under-17 international side. Manchester City want him for their academy, and they are working to try and bring the Irish youngster into the club. Now, the Irish Independent have said that Noonan will fly to Manchester this week sometime to complete his move into the City Football Academy. So once more, wanted to warmly welcome Michael to Manchester City and wishing him the very best of luck here as well. Now, moving on, a manager update. We've got an update on Ruben Amorim that's been linked with Manchester City. He, of course, is the manager at Sporting CP, and with Manchester City bringing in the sporting director at Sporting CP to the club to replace Chicky in the summer. Of course, if Pep Guardiola decides to walk away from the club, then Amorim would be a manager of interest to Manchester City. Now, Mark Douglas has said that if Pep Guardiola does not renew his City contract and leave, then the firm favourite would be Ruben Amorim from Sporting CP, who Mark Douglas says would be really interested in taking the Manchester City job. However, Floran Plettenberg has said that Manchester City are keen on Amorim should Pep leave. However, at this moment in time, with Erik ten Hag being sacked as Manchester United manager, Man United have drawn up a shortlist of 5 managers, and it is believed that potentially Amorim is one of the managers that Man United would be interested in appointing. And if he is appointed, then Manchester City, of course, won't be bringing in Amorim. It ends that speculation in theory, and it'd probably be within City's best interest of us getting Pep Guardiola onto at least a 12-month extension to give us time to try and find somebody who would be suitable to replace Pep Guardiola. We're still waiting on him to make a final decision on that. But another manager that's been linked with Manchester City, according to Floran Plettenberg over in Germany, is Xabi Alonso. Now, he says that Manchester City are interested in the Bayer Leverkusen manager should Pep Guardiola leave. City apparently are really keen on him. However, Real Madrid are also keen as well. Now, Leverkusen apparently have already started to identify targets should Alonso decide to leave, and he is expected that he will not be the manager of Bayer Leverkusen at some point in 2025. So we will keep our eyes and ears open on that. If Pep Guardiola does decide he doesn't want to sign a new contract and does want to walk away, and we do end up missing out on the Sporting CP manager, then Xabi Alonso could be a really good option for Manchester City, and that would give us a nice little leeway into an update on Florian Wirtz, because Floran Plettenberg has said that Bayer Leverkusen want to keep him on a new deal past his current deal, which runs until 2027. If they cannot convince him to sign a new deal, they really don't want to sell him to another German side, so that's very much a subtle hint to Bayern Munich, and they would prefer to sell him to a club abroad instead. And Plettenberg have said that Manchester City's interest is the most concrete in Florian Wirtz as of right now. Manchester United, Liverpool and Arsenal are all believed to be interested in signing Wirtz as well next summer. Real Madrid are also keen, but they're not keen on making a move in the summer of 2025, so we will see. In the meantime, we're going to move on to a new name because it's pretty interesting. It comes in the form of Georgiy Sudakov over at Shakhtar Donetsk. Now, Goal have said that Shakhtar's general director Sergiy Palkin has confirmed that Manchester City are interested in signing Sudakov from them. They expect offers to be made during the January-winter transfer window. It does say that there are interest coming in from other clubs in England, not just Manchester City. He plays as an attacking midfielder. Manchester City do want some more recruitments in place to try and help cover for Kevin De Bruyne, still not fully over his injuries and being a bit injury prone so far this this season, and also his contract is up in the summer. If City can't get him onto a new deal, then he could walk away from the club. So bringing somebody like Sudakov in could make sense, and if he can help to alternate with Erling Haaland up top as well, because he can play as an attacking midfielder. If you can play as an attacking midfielder, then it gives us a good option for someone like Phil Foden if he needs a rest or he's picked up an injury, or we're needing more recovery time for someone like Oscar Bob. Then Sudakov could be a good option for Manchester City, and also I don't think it'd cost the earth for Man City to bring him in, and it's a pretty straightforward transfer for City to get sorted. So that again is something for me to keep my eyes and ears on. So there we go, that has been today's transfer update. If you did enjoy this update, please do leave a thumbs up. 200 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do subscribe if you're new around here. I'm going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates from January 1st throughout the January transfer window for you guys to stay up to date mid-season with all the latest City transfer news. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. It is free. Social media links, they're in the description, including my big up Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. If you want to go and follow me on there, that would be great. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring today's video. Remember, you can go and check out that signed Manchester City shirt from Sergio Aguero. Links and details there in the description. Many instant prizes to be won as well. £3.95 to enter per ticket, and there's 249 tickets available. They will go pretty quickly. They're available until Friday, 1st of November, 7:30 p.m. GMT, so do go and check it out. And a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.